Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. Tonight we are on the beautiful campus once again of Benilde-St. Margaret's, bringing you girls high school lacrosse, our first one of the year with Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights, and this time they're taking on the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. There are their records. They are Metro West Conference rivals. The Red Knights 4-0 against the Jaguars 2-1, and I am very much looking forward to this match because this morning in my morning paper, who was one of the Metro Players of the Week listed is none other than Julia Evans. In the paper, they said Evans has helped the defending state champion Red Knights get off to a 3-0 start. We know they're 4-0. The senior midfielder, a Marquette recruit, has 12 goals, 12 assists after 56 goals last year. So keep an eye on Julia Evans, along with her co-player Madeline Kaltsaus, also has 13 goals on the year. So Evans has lots of help, and we're underway here. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. My name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. And the Red Knights in white and red, going from right to left, started off on offense. 12 minutes on the clock, 4 quarters. Now is the rule, and there is a quick pass in front to number 10, and none other than Julia Evans gets her 14th goal of the year in the first 32 seconds of play. And the Red Knights, look at the big smile with Julia Evans, and let's look at the replay. The pass, it initiated there with 24, Maggie Grotzek, and I just lost my picture there, Paul. So Charlie Svang also on the assist, and prior to that, Maggie Grotzek. Julia Evans with her 14th goal of the year. Red Knights 1-0 right away in quarter number 1, and now that face-off won by the Jaguars. That is number 13, Kylie Jones. She's got 9 goals, 3 assists. With the ball still, as the sun has come out here after a rainy late afternoon in the metro area. Our temperature 54 degrees. Wind, however, 14 miles out of the northeast, which is usually coming out of the northwest, but now the northeast, as the weather is shifting all the time in April. And there's our picture. And now the Red Knights get the turnover. Nicely done by number 21, Madeline Kaltsaus. And now with it is number 24. That is Maggie Grotzek, the senior captain attacker. Brings it behind the net to Charlize Vang, number 6, now on the far side to number 23, to Caesar. And a nice rotation of the ball all the way around. Everybody getting a touch. And now Julia Evans with it. No, excuse me, that was number 24, Grotzek. Now, Vang with it. She'll sidestep along the perimeter, turns, comes in, cuts, gets the ball poke checked out of her stick, and that drew a whistle and a stoppage in play. And that's going to result in a free opportunity for number 6, Charlize Vang. Vang has 11 goals on the year to go along with 8 assists. She comes right in with that speed and goes low and beats the goaltender for Bloomington Jefferson. That's Marley Hansen, the senior, gives up her second goal. This one comes at 9:50 remaining in quarter number 1. And the Red Knights are dominating here early as we watch Charlize Vang come right in and go low. And you could see the goaltender was guessing high. And it's very much like a soccer penalty kick, isn't it? Not quite the same, but similar. They get in on the goaltender so fast, and they're either going to go high, low, right, left, and it's kind of a guessing game with only a couple of seconds for the goaltender to try to guess where the attacker's going. So 2-0 here, 9:50 to go. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Now to the center circle for the face-off. And that is taken by 27, Brooklyn Miller. Or excuse me, yeah, it is 27, Brooklyn Miller. They're going to do it again. They dig in there. That's very important to get those sticks horizontal as they spin out of it. Excuse me, that was 21, Madeline Kaltsaus on the face-off. Won by the Jaguars. That's their second win in a row. So far, it hasn't resulted in any goals. Now with it is number 13, That is Kylie Jones. She's their second leading scorer for the Jaguars. Keep an eye on hers. Now, nice ball rotation by the Jaguars. Now, a nice pass right in front of the goal. Number 20 took the pass. That was Beatrice Rubel, the junior, and a nice play by the Jaguars. And they needed an answer, and they got it right there. That goal coming with 9:09 remaining. Nice pass underneath. Wow, well executed. I thought it was very important that that ball was high up for number 20, Beatrice Rubel. Carly Lynn, just an 8th grader who has 5 goals on the year herself, gets the assist this time. And the Jaguars, who come in with a 2-1 record in the Metro West, cut the deficit to just 2-1. 9:09 to go. Back to the face-off, the center circle. This time, Julia Evans does the honors for the Red Knights after losing that last face-off, and she gets this one. The Red Knights had lost the last 2, and that is a critical factor in lacrosse. So Coach Anna Brosby makes the change there and gets a good positive result. Let's see if the Red Knights can turn it into a goal. As they pass the ball around, number 12 with it, that's Lauren Hillens. She's got 6 goals, 3 assists on the year so far. Now behind the net, Charlize Vang. Pass down underneath, misses. It was intended for Carson Elliott, who has 7 goals, 5 assists on the year. Unable to connect, but a whistle, and there's going to be a penalty called. And now Elliott's going to get a chance from a little farther out than the arc, from about a 45-degree angle, and she decides to back up and gets it to the top of the key to Lauren Hillens. And now it's intercepted by the Jaguars. Guess who? Number 13, Kylie Jones. She is clearly a leader on that team on offense as she straddles all the way down on that right side. Gallops is what I really meant to say. Now to the top of the key, number 7, June Vang. That is Brooklyn Matson. Now the Jaguars pass underneath again. Now there's defense there for the Red Knights as number 12 had to turn around after she took that pass. That was Molly Jensen, the junior attacker. Meanwhile, a whistle and a stoppage in play with 7:36 to go. And now an opportunity for the Jaguars. Number 12, Molly Jensen, the junior attacker. Tough angle as she'll take on the Red Knights and try to tie it up. Will she go in? No, she goes behind the net. And the Jaguars will set up their offense. That was number 23 who received that. Talenia Hammond, sophomore with 11 goals, and the fire there and a miscue by Jensen. She went to deliver the shot, and it came out of her basket the last second, and that's going to be a turnover right on the doorstep for the Jaguars. And now the outlet pass, and a good forecheck by the Jaguars, but outrunning it on the near side is Madeline Kaltsas. Nice job by her and her speed as she forwards the ball ahead to number 24, Maggie Grotzik. Now Grotzik will trot in behind, and now behind the net to Charlize Vang. Number 6, Charlize. Over to the far side, a nice ball rotation, Evans to number 12, Lauren Hillens. Now to the near side to number 7, that's June Vang. There's 2 Vangs, Charlie and June. Charlize is a 11th grader. June is a sophomore, a 10th grader. Now Julia Evans, quick pass inside, and the miss by number 24, Grotzik. Nice opportunity there in tight quarters. Look at this pass by Evans. Nice touch, put it right where it needed to be, and they just missed. In fact, it went off the post, I feel, on that replay, and a near miss. Now a centering pass to number 21 this time, Kaltsas. She couldn't handle it, but the rebound ends up in the basket of number 22, Carson Elliott. And the Red Knights still continue to control possession of the ball here as we're now under 6 minutes to go. Centering pass and a deflection and a nice save by Marley Hansen for the Jaguars. And now they're on the run as they sprint it to midfield. Good speed coming is number 20, Beatrice Rubel. And now a whistle as catching her from behind for the Red Knights was Maggie Grotzik. And that was a good whistle for the Red Knights as it allowed them to catch up. Right there, the Jaguars were off on the fast break, and that whistle slowed them down. But they have the ball now, 2-1 deficit for them, 5:13 remaining on the clock in the first quarter. Now behind the net, number 23, Hammond. in the slot on the far side. Centering pass, beautifully executed to number 20, Beatrice Rubel. That's going to be her second goal. And the Jaguars showing some life here on the road at Benilde-St. Margaret's. That was just a nifty looking play. Watch that pass. Gosh, you gotta love a nice pass. And then they beat the goaltender there. Beautifully executed by the Jaguars. And her second goal of the night goes to Beatrice Rubel. And we're tied at 2 with 4:58 to go. And back to the center circle. And Julia Evans back returns after winning the last face-off. We got us a match here. Glad you're with us at ParkTV 16 Sports. It's getting interesting here early on. Now the Red Knights, they have an undefeated record, 4-0, and they are getting some resistance from their Highway 100 rivals. Jefferson, not too far away, straight down the chutes south of here. Short bus ride and a nice evening it's turning out to be. Now here come the Red Knights on offense to number 12. That is Lauren Hillens. Now Vang, June Vang, to number 24. Maggie Grotzik now behind the net. Charlize Vang to 22. Elliott, now Julia Evans, leading scorer, comes in, delivers the shot, and another deflection by Marley Hansen, the goaltender for the Jaguars. Her second big consecutive save on this very powerful Red Knights team. I think it glanced off her helmet there, but good positioning by Hansen. Meanwhile, the Red Knights retain possession, little miscue there. Now Evans has it. As we're now under 4 minutes to go, quick moving first quarter. Neither team has called timeout so far, and the sun is starting to come out. It was cloudy all day, rainy. And now there's a shot with the left-handed side. Number 6, Charlize Vang gets her 12th goal of the season and gives the Red Knights the advantage at 3-2. And here's that replay with the sun and the shadows. Beautiful images right there, and a nice shot as Charlize Vang looked up and saw the opening just under the crossbar, resulting in a 3-2 lead. That comes with 3:41 remaining in the first quarter. And it's really turning into a beautiful night. The winds seem to be dying down here. Gorgeous shadows. Vivid colors, I should say. All right, now face off, and the ball picked up by number 13 is Kylie Jones, their second leading scorer. Her, along with Beatrice Rubel, have done the damage today for the Jaguars on offense, and that's Rubel with it again at the top of the key. Keep an eye on the clock here. 3:20 remaining first quarter. Now behind the net to Hammond. Far side. In the sunshine, looking on defense for the Red Knights. Brooke Lizzie, the senior, keeping good spacing, and that results in a turnover. Good defense by the Red Knights, and they get hacked from behind, and no call there. Great stick poke check by the Jaguars, and they turn the tables on the Red Knights just like that, and now they're back on offense with 2:49 to go, and with it is number 20, that's Rubel. Now to the near side, 37, Carleen Lind, and her 5 goals on the year. Then to number 1, that's Amani Henry, the senior. Now Henry with it. Taking their time, being very deliberate. With it, number 37, this time Lind. Lind trots to the left, changes places with number 29, that's Chloe Golden, the junior. And now they're still playing around at the top of the key. At some point, they're going to try to get a cutter underneath that perimeter defense. They've been successful there before. The Red Knights may have made some adjustments, though, on defense, as you don't see too many cutters getting open, although there is openings there in the middle, a huge space. But the Jaguars are content just to take their time. They do not want to get into a track meet with the Red Knights. As many goals as they've scored already in their first 4 games. And so to control the clock, and there's their inside pass attempted to Hammond. She couldn't handle it, and now the Red Knights come away with it on defense. That is number 23 on defense. DeCesar, nicely done defense for the Red Knights, and they have the ball with 1:28 to go in the quarter. Now behind to number 7, June Vang. Number 12 trots to the top of the key. Lauren Hillens, there she is. Far side, 1:10 remaining. Now to the far corner, Charlize Vang behind the net. Now to the near side, June Vang. Movement on the other side. Vang's going to try from the left flank. She cuts in, splits the defense, goes between, loses the ball, and it's lost. And number 24 was about to capture it, Grotzik, but there was a whistle. And Charlize Vang is going to get an opportunity against Marley Hansen. She's come up big, Hansen. 2 big saves in a row. Can she make it 3 against Vang? Vang comes right in, goes low, and Hansen comes up with her 3rd big save of the quarter late. And the Jaguars still down by 1. Red Knights, though, intercepted in front, picked up, though, nicely by 24, Grotzik. 21 seconds remaining. Red Knights trying to extend their lead late here in the first quarter. Now behind the net. The Red Knights centering pass misses the mark intended for number 4, Croft. Ball loose, 9 seconds remaining. Jaguars fighting for it with the Red Knights, and they're going to give it to the Jaguars with 4 seconds to go. They're in their own territory, and that should take care of quarter number 1, and there is the signal. And the end of quarter number 1, our score 3-2 after 1 quarter. Stay with us. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports.
Hi.
Hello. What's the nicest thing a parent has said to you?
You're special. I love you.
I love you.
What about your teachers?
I'm proud of you and I'm glad that you tried.
That's a really good job.
That was really impressive.
Make me smile.
You can do great things.
How did that make you feel?
Happy.
Better about myself.
Special. I think that really helps my confidence.
It makes me just feel good.
Let's teach more love in our homes and classrooms. Visit parenting.org from Boys Town to explore our vast library of resources backed by over 100 years of experience.
Why is it important to tell somebody when they've done something good?
Because it makes you just want to keep going and be nice to other people.
For any age, any stage. Boys Town.
To ParkTV 16 Sports production of Girls Metro West Conference Lacrosse, featuring the Red Knights at home taking on Bloomington Jefferson. And if you're just joining us, this has been a great match in the first quarter. The score indicates that 3-2, Red Knights with the edge. But the Bloomington Jefferson has done a nice job staying with these powerful Red Knights girls lacrosse team. They answered back with 2 goals of their own by Beatrice Rubel, the junior, on a fairly nice afternoon, although the camera operators would disagree. They're on the top of the press box. I'm inside the press box, but they are withstanding that wind, which is 14 miles out of the northeast. So it's 54 degrees on the temperature, but with the wind chill, according to my phone, it's about 49, and that wind is gusting, again, out of the northeast, which is an unusual direction. Usually it's out of the west or northwest, but tonight the northeast, as we endure these shifting winds and weather that is normal for weather in Minnesota. Meanwhile, both teams concluding their intermission conversations with their coach, and I think both teams are playing incredibly well here. 3-2. It's a clean game, a fast-moving game, and a great action-packed game. And again, glad you're with us as we're streaming live on YouTube, and this is ParkTV 16 Sports, and my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. All right, now it looks like both teams have completed their committee meetings, their board meetings on the sideline, and the Red Knights will come out as the shadows continue to grow as that sun sets right behind us where the cameras are. That's due west. So you can see where our flag is to the left, what we were showing, and the wind coming toward us at a 45-degree angle makes it out of the northeast. Okay, back to the center circle. This time, number 21 for the Red Knights, Madeline Kaltsas, the senior, with 13 goals, 4 assists on the season, coming in to tonight's match to go against the Jaguars to win those all-important face-off with a 1-goal margin. We're underway in quarter number 2, 12 minutes on the clock, and the Red Knights win that first face-off. That's Katie Croft with it as she trots in on that far side and gives the ball into the corner to number 24, Maggie Grotzik. Grotzik now to Vang, and now to the near side to number 22, Elliott. Quick ball rotation. Evans now to Charlize Vang, far side. Grotzik. Grotzik looking. She's got a height advantage there, and that could be beneficial. She can see more, maybe get more angles as she's looking for a centering pass. No one home and no one available as they take it to Julie Evans, and she'll try the right side. She puts the move on. Good defense by the Jaguars. Now Evans tries again, splits the defense, gets turned back. Great team defense by the Jaguars, and a quick pass in such tight quarters to number 21, Kaltsas. Look at this. This is really impressive. Just to make that pass just a few yards away, and good defense from behind by number 12 of the Jaguars, Molly Jensen, the junior attacker, seemed to have just impacted that shot to put it off the mark. Meanwhile, Red Knights keep possession. Pass to Charlize Vang. Oh, right there, wide open. Intended for Kaltsas, couldn't quite get it there. Didn't have enough velocity on it, I felt. And that might have been due to the Jaguars' defense. Now Evans, and they are doing a nice job. Now she gets by, comes right in, delivers the shot, and just as she did so, a whistle stops the clock. And I think Evans is going to get a penalty shot from point blank range right at Marley Hansen. And you'll recall, if you were with us in quarter number 1, Marley Hansen has 3 spectacular saves in a row, and now she's going to need another one, and she can't do it as Evans records her 2nd goal of the evening. That gives her 15 on the year. Metro Player Nominee of the Week in the Star Tribune as she goes high and beats Hansen to the right side. And that goal comes with 10 minutes even remaining in our 12-minute quarter number 2. And there's Julia Evans. She had 56 goals on the year last year, and already in her 5th game, she's up to 15. And now a 2-goal lead here at home in a Metro West rivalry against a team that's just 1 game back in the conference standings, the Metro West. Back to the center circle, and that is number 13 doing the face-off, Kylie Jones for the Jaguars. And the Red Knights are going to be awarded possession of the ball for the 2nd consecutive time this quarter. They're 1-0 in possessions in the 2nd quarter. Now Grotzik behind. That Sunshine's got to feel good there. Now behind to, that's June Vang to the near side, 22, Carson Elliott. Top of the key to number 4, Katie Croft. Sachets to the left side. Almost overshoots Vang. She's able to corral that in. Now behind the net, Grotzik. Sidesteps. Now Vang at a 45-degree angle, and a whistle from away from the play, and not sure what that is about. But it looks like it's going to result in a Red Knight free shot by June Vang from a 45-degree angle to the left to go against Marley Hansen. And she goes low and bounces it in. Charlize Vang gets her 2nd goal of the evening. That brings her total on the year to 13. And it brings the Red Knights to a total of 5, and that comes with 8:55 to go. The defenders closed in, but not quite soon enough, as the quickness of Charlize Vang and experience and just pure talent beats Hansen for the 5th goal for the Red Knights. And again, that does come with 8:55 remaining. Our score 5-2. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Back to the center circle where the Red Knights have won the last 2 face-offs, and it's resulted in 2 goals. And I'm new to lacrosse over the last several years, and again, those face-offs, it goes without saying how critical they are to success on the lacrosse field. And there's another 3rd consecutive win for the Red Knights, and coming right in and delivering the shot high across the crossbar was Madeline Kaltsas, wasting no time as that flies over the crossbar. Now the Red Knights, though, retain possession. And I have to admit, I'm not sure why that is. It didn't appear to me that it went off a Jaguars jersey or a stick. So, you know, my background is a little more like football, basketball. You are the last one to touch it before it goes out of bounds. The ball goes to the other team. So I hope to educate myself on that rule. And meanwhile, we have another whistle from behind. The official coming in is going to give a free shot to number 22, Carson Elliott, from a 45. I always say 45 degree. Anything at an angle I'm going to say is 45. And now rushing in is Elliott. Can't get it to go. Looked like she was in position, but in an awkward, she had to turn back across her body. This time, Evans comes in with a quick shot deflected in front, and now the Jaguars are on the move out of their own zone. Now they lose it, and it's picked up by Kaltsas. Kaltsas now to the far side, and they'll trot right back in on offense. So just as the Jaguars got their first possession of quarter number 2, they give it right back to the Red Knights. And so that first face-off still in play in terms of my tally, if they can go 3 for 3. And now with that sun just setting behind the apparatus that we're in, the stands and the press box, I think that confused the Red Knights there. They're going to have to adjust their eyesight. And it just suddenly got a lot darker here. Now the lights are on, and they're going to have to adjust their eyes. And there's a shot. I'll tell you who doesn't need their eyes adjusted, and it's that woman right there. Charlize Vang gets her third of the night. My goodness, she delivered that from a side thing. And there's a little smile. Look at the spin move, and then just the sidewinder right there. She threads the needle, beating Marlee Hansen just inside her right shoulder and that left post. Nifty goal, especially that spin move, and in traffic puts the Red Knights up 6-2 with 7:02 to go here. Quarter number 2, back to the center circle for the Jaguars. That's Brooklyn Matson. She'll go against number 21 for the Red Knights, Madeline Kaltsas. They're 3 for 3 and 3 goals for 3 on 3 face-offs here in the second quarter, and they get their fourth, and this is where you can really start to dominate in lacrosse. And there's a whistle, but they keep on playing, and the Red Knights are going to go air it out on that far corner. Nice job by Madeline Kaltsas calming it down, and the Red Knights on offensive go again. And if you're a Jaguars fan, it's got to get tiring on defense for this long of a time. They haven't really had possession for the entire second quarter, and we're already nearing midway through at 6:29 to go. Now here comes Charlize Vang, and the shot and a goal. Her fourth and second consecutive similar type shot, this time from the other side. An ambidextrous lacrosse player. Bang, watch this. Whew, beats Hansen. That's just too good. You're not stopping that shot. Number 7, June Vang this time gets the goal. Her first of the afternoon. I misspoke. I thought it was Charlize before. This time it was June, and now we have a timeout on the field. And I'm sure that was taken by the Jaguars, as they've now given up in the second quarter 4 consecutive goals. It was 3-2 and a tight match at the beginning of quarter number 2. But 4 face-off wins and 4 goals later, it's 7-2 with 6:21 to go. So things are humming along here for the number, I think they're ranked number 1. I think I saw that in a poll last week or over the weekend. The Red Knights ranked number 1 in the state, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe the boys are too, which allows me to bring up, we're going to be bringing you boys BSM Lacrosse on Thursday, streaming live on YouTube. That will begin at 7 o'clock. Same bat time, same bat channel, right here at ParkTV 16 Sports as we stream live on YouTube. And again, glad you're with us. And it will give me an opportunity to also talk about who are the leading scorers for the Red Knights this year. I've already mentioned Julia Evans a bunch of times, and she came in tied for the lead with Madeline Kaltsas. They each had 13 apiece. Evans had 12 assists to go along with her 13 goals, as Kaltsas had 4. Evans has scored 2 tonight, if my count is correct. So she's up to 15 on the year. Also in the scoring column, Charlize Vang had 11 coming in, and I think she has already 2 or 3 tonight. As well as June Vang had 6 goals coming in, and she just got her 7th on the year. That led to the Jaguars' timeout, and it looks like they are done talking things over. And all I can tell them is they've got to get possession of the ball. And it starts at the face-off. I don't know how you coach that. I think the Red Knights are just just playing superbly well here, and they're a tough team to beat. But you got to get possession of the ball. I guess that would be my message if I was the head coach, but I'm not. That's Kayla Mattern. And her team looks good. They just can't get possession of the ball. That's really, really what they need here. And then they got to turn that into a goal to reverse the tide here. All right, now following the timeout, wind continues to blow strongly out of the northeast. The sun is setting. The temperature is going to be dropping. Most of these girls are in short sleeve shirts, very brave, but they are Minnesotans, so this is nothing compared to what we usually go through in the winters. And now, as we are about to begin, as I see, you can see number 12, that is Lauren Hillens running to the sideline, and there was a whistle. I don't know what it was for, but it resulted in the Jaguars getting possession. And now to the near side, that's Rubel in the sunshine, so they got their wish following that timeout. Can they turn it into a goal? They really need one. It's what the doctor is ordering right now. If you're a fan of Bloomington Jefferson and their North Carolina Tar Heel colors, I do love those colors. They are cool. Now on the near side, behind, that's Hammond, number 23 to number 12. That is Jensen. Jensen now with it. They know this is an important possession. They don't want this game to get out of hand, and they need a goal desperately right now. If you're a Jaguars fan, with it, number 12, that is Molly Jensen, and they are taking their time. Hammond now will try to put the move on. She's got 10 goals. She goes low, and she gets it between the legs of the Red Knight, and what a great possession for the Jaguars. Just what the doctor ordered is Hammond put on a beautiful move from behind and delivers that goal. She's got 11 on the year, folks, so look at that athletic ability as she's going to her right almost at full speed. There's some real talent there in number 23. Taliana Hammond, the sophomore, gets her 12th of the year, stops the bleeding, and that goal comes with 5:25 to go. Our score is 7-3 now, Red Knights. So great timeout by Kayla Mattern. And now another face-off opportunity for the Jaguars. Can they get this and try to cut the lead before halftime? Ball loose, and the Jaguars come away with it. So that timeout really paying off dividends for the Jaguars. Now number 13 with it, Kylie Jones. She's got 9 goals on the year, 3 assists, none tonight, but she's at the top of the key in the sunshine as we approach 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Tries the inside, gets pushed back now to Amani Henry, the senior attacker. Henry now will try that right side. Pass behind to Hammond, who came up big just a moment ago. Now number 12 with it, I looked at the wrong side. Jensen. Now Jensen still with it. She'll put the reverse move on, loses control, does fortunately get it. Now centering pass to Rubel. Rubel, great footwork, comes in, weaves, shoot, save by the Red Knights. Nice save by number 29, her biggest of the night. That is Grace Ortiz-Kazarin. First time I've tried to pronounce her name. Wow, that is a great name and a great save there by Grace, the senior goalie, as the Jaguars were pouncing on a second consecutive goal. And now the Red Knights deep into the Jaguars territory. Number 24 with it, Grotzik. Let's see if they answer right back, and that would be the best thing they could do to demoralize these Jaguars, is to answer right back. squelch any chance of feeling hopeful. Because right now the Jaguars are thinking if they can get that ball back and get another goal and get some momentum going, they're still in this. As we're still only in the first half, 3:34 to go in the second quarter. Jaguars now with it, and they know that as well. So they're going to take their time on the far side. That's June Vang, number 7. Now behind the net. Grotzik. June Vang, she's got a goal already tonight. She's going to try it from that left 45-degree angle. Cuts in, loses the ball, and a whistle, and she's going to get a free shot. So there was a foul called on the Jaguars. Clock continues to run with 2:59 to go. Quickly now, Vang will get her opportunity to answer back that goal, and she gets pushed back on defense by number 40, Molly Balfi, an 8th grader, along with number 12 on defense, Molly Jensen. Nice job by the Jaguars, and a quick shot, and Hansen, I think she was looking dead into the sunshine. She had her basket in the right place. I don't think she saw it, but that still does not negate the brilliance of her defensive effort in nets. That was an incredible save right into the sun. My goodness. Will it pay off now? The Jaguars dodged a bullet there. Now with 2:18 to go, they rush it on the near side. That's number 15 with it, Vavia Flanders. And now ahead and wide open is number 7 coming in, Brooklyn Madsen, the shot, and another save by Grace. Her second in a row, stepping up big for the Jaguars, and brings a round of applause, pounding in the stands on the near side. Now, meanwhile, we're off to the races again with Evans. She's got space, she's got speed, she's got players left and right and behind. Now she'll come up, turn around, find it right in front, go low, bounces it in, but right before a whistle will nullify that goal. Wow, what great lacrosse action here on ParkTV 16 Sports as that sun continues to set, and that is Julia Evans, arguably the best player in the state. Coming right up, goes low, off the post, rebound in front, ball still loose, no, picked up by Rubel, and the Jaguars dodge another bullet. My goodness, great defensive plays on both ends of the pitch here. And now into the sunshine, Marley Hansen takes that ball. 1:26 to go. 7-3 our score. Red Knights with a turnover. Still trying to answer that goal they gave up. They were having a perfect second quarter there. 4 for 4 on faceoffs and goals. And then the Jaguars took a timeout and got one back. And that's where we're at. 7-3. Coming up on a minute to go. Second quarter. Now with it, 22. That is Elliott. Behind the net, number 24, again, Grotzik. Far side, June Vang. And now the Red Knights, they're going to go for the last opportunity here. They're running that clock down clearly, at least somewhat. 40 seconds remaining. Vang. Charlize, she's got 3, maybe 4. I don't keep great stats. Something like that. She's having a great night. Holding it. Now she'll put the spin move on. Come right in. Deflected in front by Hansen. Ball loose. No one saw it. And finally Hansen looked down. No Red Knights saw it. That ball was there for the taking. And the Red Knights, unable to capitalize on that rebound, was plumb right there in front and nobody home. And now Hansen with 7 seconds doesn't want to make a mistake, and she does late. My goodness, oh my goodness, she knows it too. That's so painful to see. All she had to do was hold on to it, and the Red Knights and their superior talent intercept that and score it with 0.3 seconds remaining. Look at that. Oh, she didn't really have to throw it, and into the basket of number 12. Hillens ahead to Grotzik. And Grotzik gets her 6th goal of the year. And if I look at the clock, not if, when I do look at the clock, 0.3 seconds remaining. Tough turnover for the Jaguars late in the second quarter. And I think we have a timeout on the field as both teams are coming off. Nope, they're going to call that the end of the second quarter. So after 2 quarters complete, we're at halftime. Our score 8-3. Great lacrosse action. Stay with us on ParkTV 16 Sports.
We all look up to someone. Could be parents, teachers, or coaches. They give and give and give, and then they give some more. Their impact, immeasurable. Their sacrifices, too many to count. So to all the mentors in our lives who helped us get to right here and now, thank you.
Back to ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. We are about to begin half number 2 of Metro West Girls Lacrosse, featuring the Red Knights of Benilde-St. Margaret's and Bloomington Jefferson. If you're just joining us, there's our score, 8-3, and it's been great action-packed lacrosse, so hang with us here, and you're going to see some great activity as we see Julia Evans, the leading scorer in the Red Knights, win that important face-off as we begin quarter number 3. And after one quarter, if you're just joining us, it was 3-2 Red Knights, and then they really asserted themselves throughout the second quarter, scoring 4 in a row. And now Evans right in front to Grotzik, and the shot and a goal as she beats the substitute goaltender who just checked in for the Jaguars. Appears to be number 24, Maddie Balfe, an 8th grade goaltender. There she is. She didn't quite know where the ball was, and Grotzik goes high using her length to establish her dominance, and that goal in the first of the third quarter. The second half puts the Red Knights up 9-3 with 11:32 to go. Clock stopped. And you are watching ParkTV 16 Sports, streaming live on YouTube. My name is Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us as the sun continues to set here. If I recall correctly, it sets at about 8:09, and we're approaching 8 o'clock here. So another 20 minutes, give or take, and we will be in twilight. Now with it for the Red Knights is number 13, Annabelle Nicholson, the senior defender captain, comes up big for the Red Knights with a 9-3 lead. Now to the near side on the defensive end, that's Genevieve DeCesar. Ahead to number 27 for the Red Knights, Brooklyn Miller. Miller now trots down on that far side. Boy, Brooklyn Miller, she's been played basketball, soccer, lacrosse, all kinds of sports. Now inside to number 7, June Vang, couldn't come up with it, and the ball is loose, and the Jaguars have it, and that's number 15, Vaya Flanders. Flanders now loses it, and now Grotzik comes away with it, who just scored a moment ago, has the ball, and now we have a whistle from the far official along the goal line. And it'll give Grotzik the ball. Whistle, and now we're back underway. 10:26 to go. Quarter number 3. Now to the near side. That's Katie Croft. Croft with it. She has 5 goals, 2 assists on the year. Looking for her first of the evening. Now Julie Evans, who already has 2, featured in the Star Tribune just today. And the shot goes low, and she gets her 3rd of the night. And that brings her to a total of 16 on the year. Number 10, Julia Evans. At the outset of our broadcast, I had mentioned she was featured in the Prep Athletes of the Week section. And here she is, one of the honorees. And look at that tough shot, goes low and beats the 8th grade goaltender, Maddie Balfe, who came in relief of Marley Hansen, who played superbly well, came up with some highlight type saves, but taking the second half off, and now it's 10-3 Red Knights with 10:03 to go. Back to the center circle to do the honors for the Red Knights. That's Brooklyn Miller. She'll go against number 3. That is Clementine Stanford, the senior. Face off as they get those sticks horizontal. Excuse me, that's number 7. Yeah, Brooklyn Manson for the Jaguars. Now the Jaguars win that. That's Rubel. She's got 2 goals. Nice, nifty moves. Great footwork by some of these athletes. It's really a joy to watch, I have to say. And that was really neat there by Rubel, how she maneuvered her way. And now she's got some space, and the Jaguars are back on offense with a big mountain to climb now, down 7 goals. They desperately need one here soon, as now it appears the sun has set behind the press box, and there is a duck that just flew right across. I don't know if that got in our camera. That was something else, a mallard. beautiful. Nothing like Minnesota, and in the community here of Benilde-St. Margaret's. They got a marsh there behind, you can see. Still springtime, not quite blooming yet, but getting close. Now they're Jaguars with it. That is Hammond, number 23, Taliana Hammond. She had a goal that was really cool to watch in the second quarter. She got their third, and now the quick pass and a shot and a goal by the Jaguars. That came from Hammond, and she got it ahead. Let's see if I can get her number. Yeah, number 13, of course. That's Kylie Jones. I've mentioned her several times in the broadcast. She came in with 9 goals, 3 assists, takes that quick, nifty pass and delivers the shot and beats number 29, Grace, for the Red Knights. And Grace's last name, I got to get this down. It's Ortiz-Cazarin. I think that's how you say it. It's probably, I can get it a little smoother. But I'm going to call her Grace O for simplicity's sake. So Grace O lets that one in, 10-4 for the Jaguars. And that was a nice response by them after giving up a couple goals in a row here to begin quarter number 3. Clock says 8:55 remaining, and this time Julia Evans wins that faceoff, gets it ahead to Grotzik, and she's got space. She'll rush all the way behind and allow her teammates to catch up, and they'll set up their offense, much like basketball or a hockey power play. They just pass that thing around. Now quickly rushing from the center, looking to take them by surprise, was Madeline Kaltsas, and she'll back off. Good defense, great footwork on defense by the Jaguars. Now to the far side, that's number 6, Charlize Vang. 8:21 remaining. Wind still blowing out of the northeast. Temperatures continuing to fall here at game time. It was 54 degrees with a 14-mile-an-hour wind out of the northeast, and a quick shot and a goal by Vang. Number 7, June Vang, her second, I believe, of the night, to go along with her sister's 3 or 4 goals. And there's her sister, Charlize. And watch her come in with the hesitation move and the quick move to the right, and then the side shot with the velocity on that ball. You could just feel it watching it on that replay. Wicked velocity, and beats the goaltender, Balfi, for goal number 11. Brings us to 11-4, 8:06 remaining, quarter number 3. Back to the center circle and the face-off, and that is Julia Evans for the Red Knights. Interesting to me how they face off here. Sometimes they're facing each other horizontally. Other times it's interesting part of the game. Now, ball loose after the face-off and a whistle, and the ball's going to be awarded to the Red Knights, and that is 24, Maggie Grotzik. And quickly they move that ball around. That is now June Vang, who just scored to her sister, or cousin, I guess, Charlize Vang. And around the horn they go to number 12, Hillens. Evans to the near side again to June Vang, to Grotzis. And now Charlize Vang. Vang now skips around, puts the move on, spins around, gets herself an opening and a shot, and it goes wide left out of bounds, and the Red Knights will retain possession. Clock continues to wind down. Here's that replay, just misses. As the goaltender, number 24, she's just an 8th grader in relief of their senior starter, Hansen. Hopefully she wasn't hurt. She came up with some spectacular saves in the first half. It's a pleasure to broadcast those images. Now, here is number 10, Evans. 3 goals on the night, spins around, goes low, and it gets deflected in front, ball loose, chasing it and getting there first for the Red Knights will be Katie Croft, and she scoops it up perfectly on the run. That is a very important skill in and of itself in lacrosse, I've come to deduce. Now on the far side, around the horn they'll go. That is 22, Elliott, now 12, Hillens, to number 4, Croft. Vang, quickly now. 6:24 remaining in the third. Vang skips around. She'll retreat. Now a spin move, creates some space, and just as that occurred, there's going to be a whistle against number 15, Vea Flanders, the freshman. And a side out, for lack of a better phrase. No, a free shot from that right side for the Red Knights. And they come up and they'll play defensively. And a miscue on the pass, but back to save it is number 7, June Vang. Now ahead to Elliott. Elliott now will trot in to the top of the key. Now come around. She'll put her own move on. Tries to split the defense. Loses control of the ball. A whistle drawn on contact. And I don't understand those hand signals by the referee, but we'll find out who's going to get awarded the ball. And it looks like the Red Knights will retain possession. Clock stopped with 5:37 remaining as they set up, and we're back underway. Red Knights with the ball and a 7-goal lead. A little more than midway through quarter number 3. Now with it, number 7, June Vang. Top of the key, Julia Evans. Now a substitute coming in from the far side. You can see in the picture as she sprints in. If I can get her number here, that was number 18 checking in for the Red Knights, Hannah Larson. The freshman midfielder defender. Now Kaltsas comes in, looks to find an opening, and good defense by the Jaguars as they push her back. And now a whistle as there was contact committed by Shauna Krakow. The senior is going to result in a free opportunity for 24, Maggie Grotzik. She's got 1 goal on the evening, looking for number 2. She sprints right in, goes low, no, goes high, and beats the goaltender as she goes down. And Grotzik's length there, again, too much for the Jaguars defense. And actually, she just got rid of it there in time as she got double teamed by the Jaguars. But a nice job there by Maggie Grotzik. She came in with 5 goals, 8 assists on the night. Now she's got 2 more. She's up to 7. The score is 12-4 with 4:44 remaining. Back to the center circle, Julia Evans. One of the Metro Athletes of the Week in the Star Tribune. And she wins that face-off with 4:38 to go. And we had a quick whistle and they play on. Evans now, back behind the net to guess who? Grotzik. Far side to number 6, Charlize Vang. And they've got a nice tight team here, these Red Knights. They're 4-0 coming in, ranked number 1 in the state. I can't remember if they won the state championship last year or not, but I know they were in the state tournament. And now here is Vang. They're looking for that again. Quick pass, try to get it to Hillens, got knocked away. Ball loose, just as Elliott tried to get it, and they're going to award it to the Jaguars with just under 4 minutes to go, quarter number 3. Trying to rush it out, but having difficulty. That's Brooklyn Madsen as she trades places. That's a nice, nifty maneuver between her and number 22, Krakow, but now they lose it, and the Red Knights have it. The Jaguars couldn't even get it across midfield before turning it over. And now the Red Knights, as the sun continues to set further in the west, and darkness starts to set in, the lights taking on a greater importance. And the wind looks like it's dying down ever so slightly. And now with it is number 7, June Vang. As we approach 3 minutes remaining in quarter number 3, Grotzik behind the net. Cutting is Evans. No one there, though. Good defense by the Jaguars. They have played very well, the North Carolina Blue Jaguars, as they have 4 goals, but these Red Knights just have so much talent up and down the board here. Just too much to defend against. 2:45 remaining as they pass it around. Number 18, Larson, to number 4, that was Croft, now on the far side, as they are now going to start to wind this clock down or just catch their breath, or both. Now with it, that is number 6, Charlize Vang, as she tries to weave her way in to a position to shoot it. She draws the whistle, and now she's going to get a free chance from about 5 yards outside the semicircle. Plenty of room, though, and she's got speed. Will she get the 13th goal of the night? Coming right in on the doorstep. It gets poked away from behind. Great defense by the Jaguars. Then a whistle and a stoppage with 2:03 to go. And I don't know what that move means by the referee in dark. But I do know this. The Red Knights have it, and it's Vang again from just about the same location, if not the same. She'll come right in again. Or will she pull up? And they are holding off here. Now the referee from the far side. Okay, now they're ready to go. Whistle. She comes right in, takes the shot. This time she didn't wait. Last time she took 3 more steps and she got caught. She learned and she shot it early and she beats the goaltender, the 8th grader in relief, Balfe. And it's now 13-4, and Vang, look at how she got rid of it much quicker. Last time, just a moment ago before that, she took 3 or 4 extra steps and got caught. And this time she does deliver, and we have a 9-goal lead here at the home of the Red Knights in St. Louis Park. 2 minutes exactly remaining in quarter number 3, and we may be approaching the mercy rule in lacrosse. It might be, if memory serves, 10 goals, which means they would go to running time. So Charlize Vang gets the hat trick with that goal, and now in the ensuing face-off, the Jaguars, following the infraction, get the ball. And they need a goal. And there's Rubel, and she's the woman to do it for the Jaguars. She's got 2 already of their 4. She comes in, delivers the pass, misses the mark, and it's loose. It was intended for number 37, Carly Lind.
Receiving a 2-minute penalty for the Jaguars. Number 2, Gabrielle.
And now an infraction against the Jaguars, and the Red Knights have it again as the goaltender, Grace O, sends it out to the far side. And now the Red Knights rush it up nicely. And into the offensive zone they are once again, where they've been all second half here in the third quarter, as we now have 1:13 remaining. And the Red Knights, as they talk it over, there's 59.7 seconds remaining. And the Red Knights have it, looking to extend their lead to double digits for the first time in the match here as we approach the end of the quarter number 3. Now behind the net, Julia Evans. Cutters, Grotzik gets it ahead, though, to number 21 in the middle was Kaltsas, and it gets defended and saved by number 8, Maddie Balfe. I think that's her first save of the third quarter, and that's got to feel good, and that brought a nice round of applause from the visiting fans from Bloomington Jefferson. So nice job by the 8th grader there, Maddie, getting her first save. And as an 8th grader, I don't know, this might be her first varsity experience. If it is, congratulations on that save. And now the Jaguars have it. To number 40, she snags it out. That's Molly Balfe, also an 8th grader. Is it safe to assume that they're twins? Of course they are. Now with it, to near side, number 40, Balfe, after her sister or relative made that save, and now we've got a stoppage with just 1.3 seconds remaining. And is it a timeout here? And number 13 is on that far sideline over by the tent. Kylie Jones coming over. And kind of a confusing situation going here. I'm looking around to see who is talking to who. Okay, there's a referee about the 45-yard line as she'll come out onto the field. And 1.3. Okay, Jaguars have it. Time starts, and there is the whistle signaling the end of quarter number 3. So after 3 complete, our score, Red Knights 13, Jefferson 4. Come on back for quarter number 4.
Drownings are the #1 cause of accidental death for young children. Simple safety steps are the best way to prevent these tragedies. Make sure kids learn how to swim. Designate an adult water watcher to watch kids in and around water. Save the phone calls and texts for when the kids are out of the water. Properly fence all pools with fences at least 4 feet high and with self-closing, self-latching gates. When above-ground pools aren't in use, remove the ladders. When pools aren't in use, cover them. Teach kids to stay away from drains. And if a child is missing, check the pool or spa first. Consider the steps you take, then add a few more, because you never know which pool safety step will save a life, until it does. Simple steps save lives. To learn some new ones, visit poolsafely.gov.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. We are bringing you Metro West Girls Lacrosse featuring the Red Knights at home against the Jefferson Jaguars of Bloomington. They come up Highway 100. It was 3-2 after quarter number 1, but since then, it's been 10-1 for the Jaguars as they're ranked number 1 and leading the conference, and they come in with a 4-0 record. Jefferson came in with a 2-1 record. They have a really nice team. But the Red Knights so far have proven to be too much as we begin quarter number 4, as we're very close, I believe, to the mercy rule. If the Red Knights get one more and go up by 10, it'll go to running time. 12 minutes on the clock. We're in quarter number 4. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube, and the Jaguars and their North Carolina Blue have the ball to begin quarter number 4. They have a huge mountain to climb here to get back into this one. And with it on that far side, that is Kylie Jones, number 14. She has 1 goal on the afternoon, or evening, I should say. Now to the top to Rubel. She's got 2 of the 4 for the Jaguars. As she'll look for a counter, and now the defense by the Jaguars, but quickly a whistle and an infraction going to be called against Benilde's Madeline Kaltsas, and the Jaguars will retain possession. Trying to cut into that lead ever so slightly here. And now a cutter wide open, and Rubel was wide open, and she took the pass and couldn't get it to go. Rebound, though, meanwhile, gets back to the Jaguars. Number 13, Kylie Jones. Nice opportunity there for the Jaguars. Great recognition on the pass. They just couldn't execute it at the end. And another pass inside to number 12, Molly Jensen, goes by the wayside. And the Jaguars will retain possession, and they're going to get a free opportunity, a rare one for them tonight, for number 12, Molly Jensen, to go against goaltender Grace O. She'll come in, deliver the shot, and the save by Grace O. Nicely done by Grace Ortiz-Kazarin. Nice job. Saved by her. Score remains 13-4 as we approach 10 minutes to go in quarter number 4. And now a whistle on the far side, and they continue on the play into the offensive zone for the first time in quarter number 4. Evans was wide open there for just a moment, and Kaltsas held up on that, wisely so, as the defense collapsed on Evans pretty quickly there. Now, number 22 on the near side, Carson Elliott gives it up to Evans, and Evans gives it up to number 21, Kaltsas. Kaltsas now with it. Top of the key, number 4, Croft. Far side, Yang. June Vang comes in, number 7, and delivers the shot and a goal. She's got that sidewind shot down pat, the sophomore June Vang, coming in with 6 goals on the year. I think that may be her 3rd of the night. June Vang, look at that nice shot there. Suitable for framing June Vang, nicely done. Now a 10-goal lead, and I think that might be running time. Paul, do you remember? Is it 12 goals maybe? I can't remember. I think it's 10. And on a cold night now, getting colder, I'm sure the fans would appreciate it. The wind is really cold when you're in the stands, no question about it. But 14-4 our score, 9:29 on the clock. And I ran into Mick, the PA announcer, at halftime on the concourse outside the stands here. I should have reminded him about that. I don't think he controls the clock, however. All right, now here is the loose ball following the face-off and the goal, and this time it's the Jaguars' Rubel as she meanders her way through. It's almost like a video game. Mario Brothers, didn't he kind of have to go? It kind of reminds you of that. Frogger, as they try to incrementally work that ball against that tough Benilde defense. And here is number 13 with it, Kylie Jones, as she still retains possession as she navigated it through trouble. And now they are comfortable on the offensive zone. Jones with it to the near side. That's number 1, Amani Henry. Henry now to the near side. It was quickly given to Matson, who gave it up to Rubel. Now behind the net, rushing and getting pushed back, this number 12, Molly Jensen, as she gives it up to Rubel. 8:24 to go. Jensen loses it. Now she was lost for a moment and then regained her composure and nicely picked it up. Great job by her. Hammond now. She's got 1 goal in the night. She waits her turn. Centering pass to Jensen, and the shot goes by the wayside, and she took a shot to the back of the head. Here's that replay, and she goes off the post, and there, maybe just to the side, but they play on. These women are tough out there with those hard sticks, these balls, and now the weather getting cold. It's getting a little rough. Now the quick shot and the save by Grace O again. She comes up big in nets for the Red Knights and maintains their double-digit lead, 10-4. With the ball on the defense was Genevieve DeCesar, excuse me. And now the Jaguars take it back, and they get the Malachi crunch right about midfield, the 45-yard line, and now Rubel will keep it. 7:23 to go. Fast-moving fourth quarter here. Now Rubel gets bumped off the ball, and that results in a whistle. And Rubel retained possession just outside that 35-yard line marker. She gets a pat on the back by her teammate, Fiona Raleigh. Players need to support each other. Nice teammate camaraderie there as well. Always helps. Good teammates. And you can see the wind blowing the uniforms around. Still quite blustery out there. I don't think the wind has died down. I was thinking maybe it had, but those flags look just as horizontal as they were at the beginning of the match when the winds were 14 out of the northeast. And now, as Rubel meanders in, there's going to be a penalty, and it looks like it's going to be called on Carson Elliott as she runs off. And I think we're going to have a player advantage for the Jaguars as she'll take a knee on that far sideline. She's in the penalty box, as it were. And I think there might be another Red Knight. I may have missed that. So the Jaguars here with at least a player or two advantage for a little while. Centering pass as they do take advantage. Nice pass underneath to number 37, Carly Lynn. She came in with 5 goals on the year. That's her 6th and the team's 5th. And that goal comes with 6:53 remaining in quarter number 4. Here's that pass. She took a shot, and just as she was made contact by number 23, Genevieve DeCesar, she was able to maintain her balance and concentration and score that goal and bring the Jaguars within 9 now. And now we have a timeout on the pitch with 6:53 remaining. And what about the upcoming schedule? Paul, you read my mind. That's exactly where I was going. And after tonight, there's a 13-game schedule. I don't know if that's more or less in the past. It feels like the schedule's a little shorter this year, but I couldn't say for sure. But after tonight's match against Bloomington Jefferson, if the score holds true, they'll be 5-0, and then at St. Louis Park, talk about a Highway 100 rivalry. That's going to be on Thursday at Park, 6 o'clock start. We'll be here bringing you boys lacrosse starting at 7 live on YouTube, ParkTV 16 Sports. But moving forward, Chaska at home, April 30th. I think we might be here for that game, if I'm not mistaken. And then at Lakeville, Cretin-Durham Hall, another Catholic school across the river, New Prague. That's a distance, 40-something miles, maybe an hour bus ride. Chanhassen, not quite as far, of course, Maple Grove. And then they finish on the road at the far west Waconia High School. And then the sections will begin. And I'm sure we'll be here, Park TV 16 Sports, for a couple of those matches as the season progresses, as we're nearing the end of April, and it certainly is April weather this afternoon. 50 degrees, high winds, blustery, rained earlier, damp. But that's April in Minnesota. I still think we're going to have some snow before the end of the month. We usually do, but right now, no snow in the forecast. Just a lovely evening if you're inside. If you're outside, it's a little chilly in the wind. And these fans have braved it throughout. And now the timeout with 6:53 to go. And both teams emerge from their committee meetings. Coaches Christina Elfand of the Jaguars and Anna Bowlesby for the Red Knights talking it over. And we're about to begin following that last goal by the Jaguars. We go back to the center circle for the Jaguars, number 7, Brooklyn Matson. You can see that wind blowing around still. And now that's going to be 21, Kaltsas for the Red Knights. And just as they face it off, they draw a whistle, and they'll do it again. Clock stopped with 6:51 remaining. That is one thing I would like to get schooled on. What are they doing there? They want those sticks horizontal. That seems obvious. And now the face-off ball loose in the Jaguar zone, and a whistle, and the Red Knights have it. That's number 21, Kaltsas. She'll sprint to the far sideline and set up their offense on the far corner now is Kaltsas. Excuse me, that is Grotzik. Vang now, number 7, June Vang. She's got 3 goals. She'll spin back around. And she's going to get double teamed, so the Jaguars are going to be aggressive on defense. A triple team on Vang. Watch her work. Now to the near side to Evans. Plenty of room on that near sideline as they are getting aggressive. They're down 9 goals and playing as if they can get back in this and taking some chances on defense, really extending the defensive perimeter. Very noticeable on defense now for the Jaguars. We're now under 6 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Red Knights content just to play keep away, but you can see how far out they've been pushed by the Jaguars defense. Very interesting to watch here. Way into that far corner. That is 21. Kaltsas. And now it's really a game of keep away, isn't it? Just like in the playground growing up in school. They are playing keep away, milking that clock down with a 14-5 lead. They don't seem to be in any hurry, and now they're forced out of bounds, and good defense by the Jaguars. They're going to blame that on the Red Knights, and a turnover, and Grotzik is questioning the call. I think she felt she may have been pushed out, but that's not how the referee saw it. She must have saw her step out of bounds on her own, and now the Jaguars have it, and the Red Knights putting on the pressure, but they do find some room on that far side. Number 22, Krakow. And she turns it right back to the Red Knights. Under 5 to go now, quarter number 4. And there is number 21, Kaltsas, who takes it right back. Or is that Grotzik? Excuse me. Nope, it is Kaltsas, number 21. As the light gets lower, it's a little hard for me to identify the numbers all the time as easily as when it's lighter out. So I'll do the best I can. And forgive my mistakes, thank you. Now note that number 4 is Croft. And a nice scoop pass from Evans, looking all so comfortable out there, and why shouldn't she? Now spinning around, pass to Evans in front, and she gets goal number 4 tonight, if I'm counting correctly. And back to a 10-goal lead. That goal comes with 4:12 remaining, but now we have a whistle and a timeout. As we watched Kaltsas deliver it to Evans and just beats the goaltender inside that left post. And now we have a stoppage again. And more talking about what's going on here. And we are back at the center circle, so I think that goal is going to count, although the scoreboard hasn't reflected it. And now the PA announcer, Mick, will give it to us here. Evans gets the goal. And now it is 15-5, officially on the scoreboard. 4:12 remaining. And there was a whistle at the tail end of that goal, and I think that's what they were talking about, and they're going to award the ball to the Red Knights as a result. That's the best I can deduce. Now on the far side, that is 7, June Vang, with the ball and a 10-goal lead with exactly 4 minutes to go in quarter number 4. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube from the beautiful campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's, and another goal by Vang. This time it's Charlize, number 6, with the goal. Or was it number? Yeah, I think it was Charlize. Here's that pass from behind to Evans. Another assist to her total. And look at the nice dink move and just point-blank range and pinpoint accuracy by number 6, Charlize Vang. And now we are in running time. 3:23 to go with an 11-goal lead. As we now approach the waning moments of this match, the Red Knights are certainly going to move on to a 5-0 record before they take on St. Louis Park on Thursday. And then Chaska next Tuesday. I think we'll be here, ParkTV 16 Sports, for that one, if I'm not mistaken. And now here come the Jaguars trying to get within 10. They played very well tonight against a very formidable opponent in the Red Knights. And now we got a whistle. And the clock should continue to run here as we now are under the mercy rule. And they will set it up here with the ball. Number 13, Kylie Jones. She came in with 9 goals on the night. She now has 10 at least on the year. And now with it, that is Henry. Pass down low, misses the mark, out of bounds, and they're going to give it to the Red Knights with 2:14 remaining. 16-5 lead. Jaguars putting the pressure on in the backfield. Nice outlet pass ahead to number 4, Croft, as she rushes in. Pass to the center, and the relay from number 22, Elliott, misses the mark. It was intended for number 6, Charlize Vang, and that's a turnover against the Red Knights now under 2 minutes to play, and the Jaguars will have an opportunity and another chance to score here to cut that lead to 10. 1:41 remaining. Far side, outlet pass, connects. Jaguars at the 40. Cut back inside at the 50. Into the offensive zone is Rubel. Rubel's got 2 goals on the night. They came early. It's been a while, but now she has it with 1:26 to go, deep in Red Knight territory. Back out to the top of the key. To the far near side, now behind the net to Hammond. She's got a goal in the night, loses it momentarily, picks it back up, and that wind, as I open up the press box window, is really blowing in here. It's been windy all night out there, folks, more than I knew. Just as I feel that wind blow in here, it's a cold wind as well. These girls have persevered quite well in it, but when you're running around, you don't feel it as much, that's for sure. And now a whistle with less than a minute to go. 16-5 is our score. Red Knights have it. As the clock continues to wind down, with it number 23 for the Red Knights, that's DeCesar. To the near side to 4, Croft, 34 seconds remaining. Red Knights might be looking for one more scoring opportunity before the night is over and homework begins. Now with it, number 6, Charlize Vang. And the Red Knights look like they're going to be content to let the clock run out here. Pass it to the far side. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. They're going to let it run out. Classy move by the Red Knights. No need to pour it on with an 11-goal lead. 1 second, 0 seconds, and there is the whistle signaling the end of this one. The Red Knights victorious 16-5. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with our production at ParkTV 16 Sports, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.